I'm above hard.
You can move with the mic if you like.
Spaceships and stars.
You can move with the mic if you like.
Man, he got a gun.
You can move with the mic if you like. The ceiling fan is on the door.
My mind starts unraveling.
One can't even imagine with his eyes have seen. Metaphors difficult, yet textures simple.
Boom. Snap, crackle, pop, rock.
Yo, damn. This motherfucker on. It's on? Well, I'm about to say something. You can talk about it at Aqu-Simmons at yahoo.com. I'm walking around from now on with a gun. Look how I walk. Look how I talk. Look how my pants sag. He got a black cat cocked to the side, man. He got a gun. No, man, he got a son. He got to take him to school early in the morning. Plus, he got to be there to answer his questions, so please stop questioning me if I got a gun. I know I get all loud when I'm in the crowd. That's just how I do, though. And I get to flailing my arms when I talk. It seems aggressive, but my body language is just expressive. I'm still calm. That's because he got a gun. No, listen. I build with dudes that won. We sit around and we quote books of John and get a homeless a couple hundred with no pun intended. I'm trying to be big like Big Pun to the young. That's why I don't need no gun. I'm so young. I got my whole life ahead of me. I'm busy having fun. You know how it is when they get to having fun. Somebody will get shot. He got a gun. My mindset is way beyond. I'm about to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. Me and my girlfriend have a picnic on the lawn and discuss the power of the tongue. You better check his picnic basket, because I bet he got a gun. No, my mindset is on Mount Zion. That's why I be up praying early in the morning while y'all still yawning. He's a firm believer of brains over brawn. And see, I told you want to fight because he got a gun. That's a Qualcomm with terabytes of RAM. Please, Mr. Officer, don't shoot. That's just my phone. When we see the fuzz, we run because we know y'all got guns. And y'all pulling y'all triggers at every turn. The back of a squad car smell like leather, stale coffee, and cheap cologne. Why y'all want to plant one on me just to see me locked up like Akon? No, that's not my kind. My kind are kind. My kind are the kind you kind of look at like your son. You kind of like have him around because you kind of love how we vibe. I'm the kind of guy in the XXL in the vibe, throwing up the Rock Nation, a culmination of Frederick Douglass to Paul Laurence Dunbar. Don't bar none. I shut him down with the truth. I shut him down with the youth. I shut him down with no gun at all. Trayvon Martin, he ain't have a gun.
Come on in, everybody, and welcome to the, what is it?
Well, it has to be the first one.
It's the first annual,
Gonzo SLam.
unless they don't let us do it again, and then it's the only.
The only one.
Come on in.
Yeah, you guys can step on up. Yeah.
So, who in the crowd is a poet? Just
You got poets,
raise your hand.
right?
Whether or not you're reading the night, let's just, who's doing a thing? Do a little bit. And then everybody else, what's the story? How does it work?
Well, everybody
Who
else
else we got
just,
in the audience?
we got guys who just like poetry. So we got guys who are TED talkers, we got poetic expressions dudes, we got guys who really just play music.
But they're not just wandering the halls?
Well, most of them are probably just wandering the halls.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we thought we would do a poetry slam or maybe a poetry jam. We've got a bunch of talented people on the lineup. We thought we'd just pull the names out of the hat, to keep it a little jazzy. We'll have everybody at least do one joint so that everybody gets a little piece in. And then maybe we'll get kicked out.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not gonna get kicked out.
Okay.
Well, maybe we will get kicked out. Who wants kicked out with me? Front gate. Front gate. All right, so we're getting kicked out.
I'm going through the front gate unless something really goes wrong. Right? That is part of the deal?
Yeah, you're going.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
I know a guy.
my name's Rives. I'm a poet and I'm visiting for a couple days. Thanks for having me. And this is my lovely co-host, Dan.
Oh yeah, and I'm visiting for a couple more days.
By the way, if you are a poet, you can move with the mic if you like, but because of because of sound, if you get up to the amp, you will get feedback. So stay back behind the mic, behind the amp, or you'll get feedback. So how are we going to run this? Before we draw names, we're going to have a special guest.
Yeah, we're gonna have I think Case come up and rock something for us. Is Case up in the piece?
So
Where's he at?
what you just saw was you just saw Aqua dropping a super fly, pretty powerful. It's a talented dude. Bunch of talented guys in this place right now, in this hallway, and you're about to hear from talented dude number 2. Please give a huge welcome to the playwright in the house. This is Case. That's all right.
Boom, boom, snap. Boom, boom, snap. Buddy, you're a boy making big noise, playing with big toys, not knowing how many lives you destroy. Boom, boom, snap, crackle, and pop rocks, holy socks, dried snot, the ice cream truck won't stop. The haves, we have not. Dad taken by the cop, mom's hot, stepdad smoking pot, got knocked, kids mocked. Boom, boom. Snap across their back, stick slap to the principal's office. Compassion he lacked, expelled. Oh well, didn't matter, couldn't spell. Don't ask, don't tell. Didn't want to hear mom yell. Next phase, time to sell. Boom, boom, snap. Education he lacked. Hood rats, visible tracks, shooting smack, smoking crack. Wets whack, got stuck. Never came back. Stole a gun just for fun. Savings and loans. Now on the run. Ooh, boom, boom, snap. Can't see straight, can't see fake, can't relate, can't wait. Anxious, no blow. Esteem low, disease in tow. Boom, boom, snap. Hep C, HIV, babies, inner city, poverty, dirty, smelly, nothing to eat, living on the street, life incomplete. Boom, boom, snap. Warrants. Where to go? Outside there's snow. Toes froze, fingers numb. A bum? Who am I? Boom, boom, snap. Boom, boom, snap. Buddy, you're a boy. Making big noise, playing with big toys, but not knowing how many lives you destroyed. Boom, boom, snap. What have I done? Frozen tears, vomit in my beard, shoes I wear, but there's a hole in the soul. Desperate for love, I succumb to the pain in my heart. Priceless art I stole and sold to an undercover. Now I wonder, is there life down under? Freeze! Down on your knees. Will I meet God at 17? Boom, boom, snap.
Kevin Case, Collier, take that.
That is seriously how it's done. I gotta say, I think everybody comes into this place with preconceptions, but one of my preconceptions was that, that talent level was going to be at a certain level, and it is way past that level. No bullshit. I was truly impressed. We want to pull a name out of the hat?
Yeah, you guys ready? You got poets out there? You guys cool? Everybody's got their nerves taken care of? You ready to rock this?
So let's, as an audience member, let's give some mammoth love to these guys, because it's a tough thing they're doing up in here. Yeah, when you get on the mic, make them know it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, should we say a little bit about this man right here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I know this gentleman just a little bit. He's one of those guys. To me, seemed very quiet. It's one of those guys where you're like, I don't know, this guy got anything, and you bring him up, and he's a monster. So please welcome a quiet monster. Please welcome Chill.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me get the audience help. I want y'all to raise y'all telescopes and y'all binoculars in the air so you can see what I see. I'm way up there. I'm above par. Spaceships to stars. Galaxies too far for the average intellect. In retrospect, I was in on astrology, the study of the obvious means of character. Late nights, I would lay back and stare at the stars above my city, AKA the Windy, where the smog of mental pollution covers the truth in midday. They say the meek shall pay to survive. The sun shines upon every mind or soul, yet upon dusk is very cold. News forecasts are very bold. In terms of human trafficking, pink and brown toes are being sold in foreign boxcars, while U.S. currency, yen and euros in plural, place them afar. My telescope reaches tomorrow, where I borrow an Ethiopian ear with dried up tears and fears from peers or ancestors who lack nutrition. Maybe college tuition to change the tribe's mission. I adjust my telescope and focus in on missions whose missionaries missed them or dismissed them because of a few symptoms of financial shortcomings. Yes, I've visited the observatories where I've seen women from urban territories fall from glory because their stories are all the same. Trying to make some change out of change, and the lame ducks who quack across their paths. Poverty is the last of mental mind states. My travels abroad take me to another place upon flights where mankind recreates wars to employ and deploy another. Democracy is the mother of reason. Maybe we need treason protection. You see, at 30,000 feet, visuals from above can keep people guessing and believing in micromanagement. Damn, they look small down there. Jet streams pass cockpit windows, tilting all wings at certain degrees, while my landing gears leave yesterdays where they lay. I'm above par. Spaceships to stars, telescopes for sharks. Thank you.
That was hot.
That was.
Yeah.
No, he does the thing, for real. Yeah, exactly. Are we going to have any volunteers from the audience, by the way, who didn't sign up? We're going to have wild card spots? Someone so inspired?
We might have wild card spots. Yeah. I
Let's,
don't know who's got it in him, though.
Well, but some of these guys, it was already contagious, you know what I mean?
they're already ready to speak out, right?
The Aqua Case Chill trifecta made some of these people like, I can do that, and they're going to get up and they're going to go, oh, no, fuck, and then sit their asses back down.
Yeah. It probably doesn't happen. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
If you're inspired, get up here, but don't drop the mic, rap. Don't drop the mic.
Let's do another name.
You want to do another name?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's see who we got here. I know most of these guys. Let's see. We got.
Oh.
Let's see now.
You want to
look.
do the intro?
Oh yeah, I know this guy. Right?
Actually, I can tell my story. Can I tell my story about this guy? Because I met this guy, real smooth dude, right? So I meet him, and you get a first impression on people. And he's a pretty impressive looking guy. And so I was like, hey, my name's Rives, and he goes, he just gives me his elbow. And, you know, so we can bump elbows. I'm like, oh, this is some Muslim shit up in here. You know what I mean? Like, this is so, you know, As-salam, here's the elbow. Yeah. And he's like, no, I have a cold, bitch. And I was like, oh, well, that too. It's all good. I'm cool with a cold and your, you know, Muslim sisters and brothers. Anyway, so, well, please introduce to the stage.
Well, now I'm starting to wonder about him. I know Diego too. You see, when you look at a band, you can tell who the guitar player is sometimes. You can sometimes tell who the drummer is. But when you look at a band, you can always tell who the bass players are, because they're nuts. And here comes Diego Rivera.
Assalamu alaikum, bitch. Yeah, I'm a little short, so let's get this. Wait, no, peace, bro, peace. That's what I said. It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. Every day, I hear your smile, Jesse, and a distant picture is painted, framed in my face for however long it takes for me to focus in a light, so much as Allah chooses. And then your smile takes leave and the curtain falls. What can I say that I can tell you, Jesse? As one word says nothing new of what can't be described, as one look says nothing more than one word. Jesse, I can hear you smile, dude. Be patient with me. Be patient with us. Thank you.
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice.
Poets, when you come up here, yeah, if you're a little bit shorter, you can tilt it down. You're a little bit taller, raise it up like that, just on an angle here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's.
Don't touch the mic, just work yourself. Yeah.
Oh, sure, that's not awkward. Yeah, sure. Yeah, can you imagine?
Just rock that. We want to pull another name? You don't want?
I think you, unless you have some good quality content.
Oh, I have great quality content.
Well,
It's in the hat. I'm getting it right now. It's up my time.
tell, don't show, or show, don't tell, or one of them. Just, yeah, name. Mm-hmm.
Name.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, do it.
All right. So you guys are gonna know this guy by the skull on his cap. He's got shiny caps and everything because he's divine. Bring it on in.
Peace, peace, peace. I'm just go straight in. Once my mind starts unraveling and my thoughts start to traveling, you would need supreme mathematics to handle it. I use earth canvas to paint pictures. Write poems on the sarcophagus of King Tut's mom. Gold right arm, jade palm, jasper plaques. Record the 8 points of self-awareness with the 12 Jews attached. I am that which one can't comprehend. Unique doctrine that teaches that the Asiatic black man is the supreme being and sole controller. You created mathematics. I seen your image on a pyramid etched in stone. Don't throw those at the throne, turn you into salt for looking back like Sodom and Gomorrah. This is mental battling. We throw Ruby Road javelins that be traveling at the speed of light. We're in the wilderness of North America. Do anybody know our plight? Now let's take flight. School teachers told me that I had no culture, but I ain't believe the hype. Let's slow it down. Some things I say, profane. Most are profound. I was once mentally lost on the streets, but in here, now I am found. Who knows the author Ivan Van Sertima? I studied the ways of Enochian's secret, then read the words that was gently displayed in the book of Enoch. We not the have-nots. We just have not tried to be successful, so we can't be failures. See, the mind is infinite, but the brain can be weighed. Let's think about that. Maybe we can do this again another day. Peace.
Let's go keep calling names. This is some hotness.
This is a mystery one right here. Woody Woo. Dawood Wilson.
Woo-hoo. Please welcome Dawood.
One can't even imagine what these eyes have seen. See, I've seen mothers break down to their lowest state like molecules and atoms, but I couldn't even fathom what was happening. I seen all these grown boys neglect their chores, running around acting like fools, killing each other with weapons of destruction they call tools. I've seen teenagers rob each other for sneakers, because they learn more from OGs and less from teachers. People of color who are strangers call each other, hey brother, but their own friends call them my nigga. You can't even imagine what I've seen. I've seen people call this country the best place on earth, the promised land. But see, every day my rights are taken away like contraband, and I've seen useless wars lead to wasted lives, and those in charge cover up the truth with tasteless lies. Never thought I'd see the day when we let such shady characters serve as our commander-in-chief. We trusted him the most and he lied through his teeth. You can't even imagine what I've seen. I've seen lonely hearts wandering through an empty space, and young girls with broken hearts and tears running down their face because late nights turn into early mornings, and missed cycle serves as the first warning, and murdered children being explained by the word abortion. One can't even imagine what these eyes have seen.
We got more in the hat, right?
Well, we got to reset the hat. What we did.
What, were we out of the lineup?
Yeah,
right.
we're in there.
Are we?
We can
You
jump
want
in there right now.
You want to do a joint?
I can do a joint. You want to do a joint?
Yeah, sure. I'll do something.
When you want to go first? Want me to go?
I'll go. Yeah, and you can wrap it up. How about that? I'm on it. Yeah, we'll do the damn thing. First of all, my name's Rives. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the intro. I feel that Daewoo poem. I feel that because it's like, I feel like I've seen some pretty interesting slams. I've been in slams in the Grand Canyon. I've been in slams like on airplanes. But this is in prison up in here. That dude is actually doing that, right? That's the dude. That's what he does. It makes my mind go here. I'm going to try something totally brand new. It's not completely done yet, but it's probably a good place to do it. It's a little thing, but I know why I wrote it. A couple weeks ago, I was hanging out with some people, and it was a bunch of guys and gals mixed, and the guys were talking about sports, and every guy knew every mascot of every NBA team, right? Like literally, like Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, I'm a Lakers fan. It's like, where'd the Lakers come from? Because Minneapolis, where they used to be, had lakes, the whole shit. And the girl's like, we're interested in relationships. Why don't relationships have mascots, right? Like, why doesn't your relationship have mascot? And this one cat goes like, okay, you should take all the pictures you have of your girl or your guy. Take all the pictures you have, her place, your place, vacation, normal. Take them all and put them in a selection, and then look at them. But don't look at your guy or girl. Look at what's in the background. Okay, and see if there's something that just reappears more than it statistically should, right? Heineken bottle, like vibrator, the laundry hamper. That's the mascot of your relationship. Like it or not, that's your mascot. Anyway, so then I wrote this piece. The ceiling fan is onto us. The ceiling fan is just now making out just who is making out right now. The ceiling fan knows so much about you already because I talk to myself. Plus, I sing. So the ceiling fan's astonished. The ceiling fan is not incognito anymore. The ceiling fan is gawking. Honestly, it has no word in its language for bad mouth. That's good. No word in its language for good mouth. Too bad. We good mouth each other like our diets depend on it. We good mouth each other raw. The ceiling fan is stirred by us. It's waxing grandiose, in fact. It figures this is what a chandelier feels like. I am what happens when a daisy and a bat have a baby robot. The ceiling fan's outlandish. And I sympathize with the ceiling fan. Because you have put your hand into the wind outside a moving car and made a little wing of it, but not professionally. The ceiling fan has been domesticated. The ceiling fan's talent, like the thing the ceiling fan does, is to whisper cyclones. And tonight's cyclone lands on your asshole, meaning me, your asshole. Your body brings out the boy in me, always, but not the Boy Scout, no. Your body is a flute that looks slightly fattened up for some holiday, no. Your body is a bombshell, but you are not a bombshell. Maybe a seashell in a bomb shelter, and that's not exactly right either, but the ceiling fan knows what the fuck I'm talking about. The ceiling fan is not a simpleton. The ceiling fan's convinced that for once I have orchestrated none of this. But still, a ceiling fan can only spin so far. You know, we'll always come full circle. Might misinterpret our orgasms for cataclysms like a house pet does. The ceiling fan has not left the building. And when we depart this bed, the ceiling fan will long, will yearn for a spell and swoon from inertia, then arrhythmia. The ceiling fan will crane its voice through the doorway, round a corner to a smoke detector it has never actually met, and say, "You would not believe the erotica I just sponsored." And the smoke detector says, "And you would not believe what they're doing to this hallway." Thank you. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going from my friend Dan.
How we doing? All right, so check this out. I love to write. I love the way the words kind of just land on the page, the way the ink bleeds through the cheap pages of the cheap notebooks I use, the way when it barely dries, I'm already rapidly scrambling to get out the next line. I love to write. Have you ever written like 2 lines on every single line of every single page on both sides of the paper, economically parsing your heart out in words and phrases that are messy, cloudy, and usually misunderstood? I mean, y'all feel me? That's how every page I write looks like. I mean, you wouldn't know who I am, you gotta read who I write. See, most people don't really see me for who I am because my face isn't one of my composition books with its tidy and uniform lines that avidly collect my random thoughts that look like stream of consciousness. But we all know it's true prose. You wanna know who I am? You gotta read what I write. Don't pay attention to my outspoken, extrovertly hidden and aimless thoughts while following the gaze of these silver blues like they're revealing insightful clues when all they really are is 2 mirrors, reflecting back on you exactly what you wanna see. I tell you what, let me grab one of my notebooks and I'll read out loud. Well, that wouldn't help because I don't know who I am, but who am I? I'm an artist, a writer, a musician. I'm what my mom calls a real piece of work. But you know, really, I'm a puzzle to myself, a contradiction of so many colluding and colliding passions that I've been accused of revisionist history, but also of revisionist destiny, too. You see, I've loved and hated, I've stayed, I've been left, I've lived and died, fought and lost, but you see, that's not me, that's not you. I mean, those are generic black and white labels of you and me, but the real me, the essential me, you know where that's at? That's in the ink of those pages and those notebooks you see stacked everywhere I go. You see, I'm those words you skim over briefly without truly reading. The ones that are metaphorically difficult yet contextually simple. I'm the scribbled scrawls you see in the margin that scream out, "Read me, please." But like the silence between the notes, I exist in the space between the words, the lines you refuse to read between. See, I learned to write 30 years ago, or so, I'm not really that old. And I still haven't nailed down exactly who I am, even though I write every day. So sometimes it takes a chance to look back to that little boy that first learned how to write. And I realize I get a chance to be him every day. The little boy who writes painfully slow and large block-like letters with his tongue peeking at the corner of his mouth. I want to be.
Nice job. What time is it? Anyway, what time is it?
We got time.
But is Aqua still in the house? Or did you have to? Do you have to bust, or you can do one more? What time is it?
Give us time. What time we got?
6:47. And can you do one? Yeah, let's do. Well, we're gonna introduce both these poets. We're gonna reduplicate what we did because they got to get out of. So Aqua's gonna come up, and when he's done on the mic, Case, you come up here, do your thing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Aqua and then Case.
I'm still on the same thing. I tend to get stuck sometimes.
What's wrong with trying to get the nectar from a rose? The sweetness, the meekness, the prose. Easily conned by the uniqueness in her pose. Clothed in garments of darkness, she stays closed. Until the sun shows, she gets wide open, all wide-eyed, glowing with a lump in her throat. She knows she's about to grow. I come bearing gifts. She's always in my thoughts, I'm always in hers. She knows what it is, so I glow in the crib. She glows on the kids and they glow on their friends. So our cribs stay filled with bears. We the village. She don't mind sharing. Her nectar is wisdom. Everybody fly come through so they can fill up. She is the oasis, feeds the chinchillas. We are talking about the essence of a woman. You, get your mind out the gutter. And all the other animals that get a chance to meet her, we make sure they full. She put perfume on gorillas. You supposed to use her. She wants you to use her. Just don't misuse her. No one likes an abuser. Cop a greenhouse for her. She's so demure. Put her up high on a pedestal for all to view her. You can't stop staring. That's part of her allure. Ever try to grope her, she'll poke you with her thorns. The concrete road, she grows in rocky soil. The reds, the yellows, the whites, the deep pink oranges. The reds full of love, she likes poems read to her. The yellow ones are friendly like yellow bones in couture. The whites on Rodeo Drive are expensive. The pinks are unique, the blacks are my sisters. When you rapping, don't get them mixed up. Ooh, wee, woo. And say the wrong thing in the wrong pot and drop the wrong name. Hurry up and apologize because you a grown man. And them is long stem, so they'll overstand everything else that you got on the stand. She'll make a vase just look so expensive. Body like a Coke bottle, don't be defensive. I love you, know you from way back when you was a short stem. Then I went and did a short stint. Never know you become this popular with the men. Never knowed on Swedish Day men would be calling here. Never knowed I miss you this much in the process. Never knowed on candlelit dinners you so romantic, oh Lord. Never knowed on Valentine's Day you be everywhere. Never knowed I miss you this much in the process. When you coming home, that's when I'm panicking through the cell, looking out the window, checking my phone and the doorbell. Oh my God, she's finally here, she's finally here. Then I open up the door. She's being delivered by some strange man. Yeah. But it doesn't mean she's unfaithful. Ooh, I love my Rose. This is my pretty girl. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Anybody ever a bad day? Anybody ever have a situation where something came upon you and you couldn't do what you wanted to do? So you went home and you wrote about it. And you know why? It's because there's power in the spoken word. There's power to destroy, power to employ, power to heal, power to feel, cross, lost, pain over the Holocaust, the frigid chill of frost, deep down in a tortured soul. There's power in the word authority. Over you and me can set us free, but instead tramples us underfoot. The pain that it took to belittle a man just because you can, does it make life complete? Man, chop a log or kick the proverbial frog, but take that mess out of here. With rebellion in our heart, you don't want to start because your family needs you out there. Consider your child, the innocence in her eyes, living life without disguise, trying to protect her from guys like me, wanting her to be free from wires and bars and back seats of cars and every other form of debauchery. But listening to her daddy's tone, she doesn't condone the prejudged attitude that you've shown. One word, constipate. How you degrade and fabricate the life that God has for me. With your GED trying to correct a bachelor's degree, let alone a penitentiary PhD. With limited authority you laud, while your daughter labels you a fraud. Because there's power in the spoken word.
Thanks for coming.
We got to say goodbye to our first two poets, right? What are they doing?
They're taking off to go do some ministry of theater up there in the chapel. It was good. Thanks for showing up, my man. All right. Oh, yes, all right. So we're gonna hit this hat again.
All right, we're hearing these guys for the second time. Wait, do we have a? Do you want to get a wild card?
We can try a wild card. Is there anybody out there who feels the need for the microphone?
Yeah. Yeah. And you want to do this intro?
No, go ahead. Just find out who it is.
So you know him from here, coming to the mic, inspired by the day. I hope. Please welcome Shaheed.
This one right here. It's a need to, I want to be able to speak this, which is a good opportunity right now because I want the world to hear this because as men, it's some things we need to be checking up on. As men, we grew to see the good get blasted, attracted to violence, closing caskets. Felon is the grave for refusing to pass it, as if we swimming around Lake Placid. Raised to sit and keep the mouth closed. Always say yes and forget the words no. Remember, you've seen nothing. Then maybe you can grow and have something. This mentality has surrounded our kids, now the truth is hid. Deep as the blade in the depths of the scars we made. Shattered dreams ducked off in the shade. Ashamed of the surface for the games we played. Was it really worth it after the price we paid? Now prison got our mouths muzzled to say put them guns down. And strong communities lacking aim. Killing each other just to say white is to blame. Trials of ghetto tears have been years of entertaining fame. Wanting to create big names. This immaturity has given us nothing but young bodies for one to become the next John Gotti. As rappers, actors, comedians continue making good off the bad, finding ways to laugh off the face of the sad. As men, we done went mad, mad, mad. For all of the victims laying around in body bags, knowing death is next, let's prepare our youth to speak the truth from the streets to the booth, walking in the light of truth throughout the state of our own ignorance by putting on the appearance of that as men.
Now that's what you call a wild card, gentlemen. I'm glad we had some inspiration going on.
Crazy. We'll work it on in, I think.
Working on it.
Yeah,
We'll get you up
that's
here.
a volunteer, right? That's something. See, look at the quality in this room is tripping me out. What do we got? Coming back to the mic. You know him from 30 seconds ago. Dawood, come on up, baby.
See, this human existence must know. See, this human existence definitely has to be a mistake. See, it's bad today, and every day it gets worse until the worst of all takes place. Flatline. Since the beginning of our days, we've had jealousy running through our veins, so we felt others should be eliminated. Because sometimes what frightens us most isn't something far off unknown, it's something understood and anticipated. Some may call it paranoia, but see, total paranoia is just total awareness. See, some people think they understand it all. They think they understand all the lies in their dominion. But see, that's the irony of this information age. It gives respectability to uninformed opinion. The world I see around me may very well be as illusionary as a madman's hallucinations, as I could never be sure if I'm dreaming it all or if it's just a figment of my imagination. I should even discard my convictions that I have this body, this mind, or the ability to look upon all creation. Some may call me paranoid, but total paranoia is just total awareness. See, I've never even felt paranoid before, more so the opposite, really. My base state has been a blithe feeling of complete invulnerability. I've never been afraid of man or his creations. I've only been afraid of my own lack of will. I've never been afraid of moving slowly. I've only been afraid of standing still. I've never been afraid of myself, but my inner demons, see, they give me pause. I've never been afraid of this thing called dying. I've only been afraid of living for an unjust cause. Some may call it paranoia, but total paranoia is just total awareness.
All right, doing a name? Yeah, why not? Let's dip into it. Some good names in that hat.
Well, I'm not sure the name's good, but the poets are awesome.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
We're going right here.
Is that the name his mama gave him?
I'm not sure if it is, but he definitely looks that way today.
Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen. This is Divine. One more again.
Some good energy in here. So before I start this next piece, I want to have everybody give themselves a round of applause for being here. Right? And I also want to give a quote before I start that I found highly interesting from somebody that may be deemed highly controversial. The quote was, "He who gives you the diameter of your knowledge prescribes the circumference of your activity." Right? That was about an Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Controversial guy, right? Right. So do the math with me. Count, right? Let's take a trip through the land of Egypt, fully equipped with enough knowledge to eclipse all ignorance. Pretty fair, right? This is the emergence of a cultural wordsmith. The earth is our women. Mentally, we parted their Red Seas and walked on water long before they birthed us. Thebes, prehistory. Long before a Roman village, I made my pilgrimage through the root of civilization with due diligence. And did the mathematics to the Great Pyramids, exactly 1/1,000,000th of the distance from the earth to the sun. That's amazing, and an actual fact, might I add. E equals MC squared, or energy times mass and the speed of life squared. Let's multiply that by airfare for a ride on the wheel of Ezekiel. What about that? See, my skin tone holds the genetic code to the ancient Hebrews. This is just a preview to Exodus 33:11. Moses knew God face to face. Pardon self. Moses talked to I face to face. I took him on a trip through inner space, past the outer gates where like minds relate, unlike repel. See, we rebel against the system that never wanted us to prevail. Check the colorful details, because it's slowly being unveiled, because social interaction is being derailed. I got a letter that said, I heart you, LOL. A letter. Can we not spell? Hell and heaven is what we make it. Knowledge is the foundation or a found nation, and we all were based on educational greatness, but now we seem baseless. I hate this. No, I'm not atheist. I believe in me. Gomar Oz Dubar. Ask the Greeks. Peace.
Yeah, just doing it. Just doing what you're doing.
Do it. You just sit up there and do the thing. Yeah.
We should do another volunteer from the audience then, because we had that. I thought it was a pretty solid lineup, almost intimidatingly talented.
Right.
And then we had some, Shaheed's like, I can do it. And then he got up here and he ripped the shit. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So no pressure.
We got another volunteer in here. Young man, come on up. I use Rooster. What's your name, Reverend? Lamont. What is it? Lamont. All right, gentlemen. You might know him. I don't. It's Lamont. Let's see if you can rock this mic.
My mind bombarded with this wickedness that surrounds me. Cold to the point my heart constantly hardening. I'm starving, see. Life left me these imprints that bore the burden of my best friend's tragedy. And although I'm here, I've lost all gravity casually. I grit through life as if it already passed me. My demeanor somewhat erratic from all the pain I kept stored up in the attic. It's havoc. Yet my conscience has the audacity to ask me, what's next? Like life doesn't hold the essence to my story, cold text. May God receive all the glory. I am spiritual. Although this conflict is but pieces of my conscience, I'm conscious. Enough to express this deep sensation of motivation that keep my heart racing. What else could it be but a gift handed down from the Almighty? I am considered the most likely to succeed, minus the addiction, gunshot wounds, and prison sentences. How ironic, to place hope in this vessel that lies empty, or should I just say simply, what's next? Me being the man that I am versus the man that I was, me attempting to embrace this thing called love, I get it. Life is constantly shifting. The only thing is, am I with it? Yeah, I'm with it. To finally be a part of my family's life, to be a father to my children and a husband to my wife, it all sounds nice. The thing is, you must believe it in order to achieve it. I'm like a cluck with a buck, I'm fiending. The only thing left to do now is pass the mic to the next and ask them the same question that was placed in front of me. What's next?
And there you go.
There you go. The ambush poetry.
Yeah, seriously, the plants in the audience. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. What do we got?
We gotta hit the hats. We gotta do, because I'm hitting the audience no more. Y'all too good. I make me look bad.
Yeah, seriously.
Self-preservation. Oh wait, who is this? Where's the coolest guy on the compound? Him with the slim with the tilted brim. All right, chill. Let's rock that.
Y'all know I'm a little short here. She will. That's what I keep telling her. But I won't be a victim. These are symptoms of a luxury love or a scenario that does not include joy. I started to think to myself, like, maybe I was a toy-like figure, R&B in her ears for years to come. She wields the sum of a mental slideshow. You know, the ride's slow, but the tide flows inland. Quicksands around her brain. It's difficult for a dame to maintain. The drains are clogged, so are the blogs with opinions. You see, me, I was the urban chef in the contemporary kitchen. Gumbo I was fixing. Love was mentioned in a whisper. Faded pictures enter and exit. You know, the best get a second lap around. She wills cash now, but it's never seen. Goodbye means forever, so I'll never use. There's too many tools, but the peace sign. She shines while I decline rewind because, hell, tomorrow may not be so kind to the visionary. She wills missionary until she buries the thoughts. Open heart surgery costs. It's crazy, man. She's such a lady. Asterisk. Passion is pacified. We cried on separate occasions, and I'm still amazed with her will to survive. So now I strive like Olympic swimmers until I see the glimmer in her eyes, mimicking the first days. She was the birthplace of aviation. She wills. Thank you.
All right, so you have what do we got here? The special request where you getting the high sign? Was that for
No,
something?
that was to see if I was staying here or leaving with you. I told him I'm going to stay. I mean, as much as I like to go, I'm not going.
We got more time? We got more time for
What we
poets?
got here? Anybody got the time? Let me get the time check. 7:05. So we got time.
All right, let's
what's
do
left now.
the head. Is
Well,
that?
one more left in this half. You said. Hold on. You know this guy?
Yeah.
Did he hit the elbows today, or did he do anything different?
Actually, today when he came up to me, and I was all ready because I thought now I know what
Right,
this
what to
brother
do,
needs,
right.
right? And he said, "Today we're gonna lock arms."
Right. Lock arms and manhug.
No, we did the thing. So
Right.
I'm working my way up to like a full tongue kiss with this guy. Yeah, you know what I mean? I hope not, but if I can do math, and that's
Yeah.
well, whatever.
2 plus 2
I'm
equals like
leaving.
6
I'm
with
leaving tonight. Yeah, but anyway, introduce him.
All right. Diego, come rock this again. Just hear that.
I tell you what, as long as we can have a long chain of slobber, I'm on it. No, I'm not. All right. This is the second part of the first part. Part deux. And now the sun comes down and I can taste your tears, Kaya, salty, sticky, and sweet. My heart breaks and long the afterglow gives light, and then the world cracks open. Lost soaks deep and I sleep until forever decides to make firm that lustrous fabric glow along the western window setting upon my soul. And now, Kaya, the first star is lit, reflected in a face like the moon, occupying space alone. It's so cold. What to say about time's investment and the taste of your tears, Kaya, clogging the flux? Thank you.
Right? Yeah. I don't need you. I mean, you're nice and everything.
I'm nice and everything.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Maybe not like that. Actually, I changed my mind. Yeah. Why don't you? I changed my mind. Yeah, if you could. Yeah, exactly. And could you maybe just put your arm out like this, just for the next 3 minutes, and then can you do me that solid? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for having me. It's been a time, and I do hope to come back. I really, really do, because it's a thing. And I hope you can join me in my hometown of New York City in some future day. Right? Let's see. Mockingbirds are badass. Mockingbirds. Mockingbirds are the MCs of the animal kingdom. They listen and they mimic and they remix what they like. They rock the mic. Outside my window every morning, I can hear them sing. The sounds of the car alarms like they were songs of spring. I mean, if you can squawk it, a mockingbird can talk it. So check it. I'm going to catch mockingbirds. I'm going to trap mockingbirds all across the nation and put them gently into mason jars like mockingbird Molotov cocktails. And as I drive through a neighborhood, say, where people got a lotta, I'll take a mockingbird I caught in a neighborhood where folks ain't got nada and just let it go, you know? Up goes the bird, out come the words, Juanito, Juanito, vente a comer, mi hijo. I'm gonna be the Johnny Appleseed of sound. Cruising random city streets, rocking a drop-top Cadillac with a big back seat, packing like 13 brown paper Walmart bags full of loaded mockingbirds. And I'll get everybody. I'll get the nitwit on the network news saying we'll be back in a moment with more on the crisis. I'll get some asshole at a watering hole asking what brand the ice is. I'll get that lady at the laundromat who always seems to know what being nice is. I'll get your postman making dinner plans. I'll get the last time you lied. I'll get, baby, just give me the frickin' TV guide. I'll get a lonely little sentence with a real error in it. Yeah, I guess you could come inside, but only for a minute. I'll get an ESL class in Chinatown learning, it's raining, it's pouring. I'll put a mockingbird on a late night train just to get an old man snoring. I'll get your ex-lover telling someone else good morning, because I'll get everyone's good mornings. I don't care how you make them. Aloha, konnichiwa, shalom, assalamu alaikum. Everybody means everybody here. And so maybe I'll build a gilded cage. Nah. Maybe I'll walk down the hall and get one of these guys up in here, instead of a locker, to build me a big steel cage. I'll line the bottom with your old state blues and your notebook pages. Inside it, I will place a mockingbird for what's wrong with trying to get nectar from a rose. Boom, boom, snap, ooh, flatline, mad, mad, mad. Do the math with me, she will. I love to write. And when all those little mockingbirds take flight, they'll sound like tonight. I'll get uptown gurus, downtown teachers, broke-ass artists and dealers, and Filipino preachers, leaf blowers, bartenders, boob job doctors, hooligans, garbage men, your local garbage men, and the spotlight guys in the overhead helicopters. Everybody gets heard. Everybody gets this. One honest mockingbird as a witness, and I'm on this till the whole thing spreads with chat rooms and copycats and moms maybe tucking little kids into bed singing, hush little baby, don't say a word, wait for the man with the mockingbird. And then come the news crews and the man on the street interviews and the letters to the editor. Everybody asking just who is responsible for this citywide, it's a nationwide mockingbird cacophony. And somebody finally is going to tip the city council of Marion, Ohio off to me, and they'll offer me a key to the city. A big-ass solid gold key to the city. And that is all I need, because if I get that, I can unlock the air. I'll listen for what's missing. And I'll put it there. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you, guys. Coming up next on the mic, this is Dan.
Woo! So here we go. I'm gonna rock this one. I don't like preambles or origins. Just know that it started somewhere and it's gonna finish somewhere else. All right, look, because sometimes I'm traumatically mellow and, stuck in a chemical haze. My Quasimodo, partly mental warfare and rage. Sometimes it's brought into thought and we release it in a blast, because you know what I want? I want that acid to last, because I'm optically enhanced, I'm entranced by the blaze, my pseudo-carnal psychotic eyeballs glade, because violence not heard, that's silence in the end. So you can cut me, you can bleed me. I heard it's the latest trend. See, big bad, voodoo daddies we don't see, testicular fortitude, some call it moxie. You can stand up, shout out, and crush the correctness of this Orwellian nightmare, this Patriot Act mess, because 2 in Bush beats 1 in the chamber. Elvin chain role playing gamer, unspoken propaganda, nouns and nonsense. You need to stand up, speak out, make censorship past tense, because see, it's security, nanny cams, wishbones, and wine. I Am Legend, y'all know the movie, it was caused by swine. Because see, 1984 is our newest reality. Our secret thoughts, they buy coffee commodities. You gotta drop down, roll up, flip and fall, roller disco lays, yo, see and saw, because you can see your black fandangos with their 30-inch rims. Yo, smile, lazy Susan. Yo, sit and spin. That's what I got.
All right, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's break it up. Break it up. I'll run this show.
Move with the mic if you like. Man, you gotta go! You can move with the mic if you like. The ceiling fan is on demand.
My mind starts unraveling. One can't even imagine what the eyes have seen. Metaphor difficult, yet texture simple.